everybody. I got energy today because I'm a new athlete. I'm a new athlete, so I just want you guys to know if you see me in the Olympics or something as like heavyweight boxing. I think I might be heavyweight boxing. But anyway, welcome everybody to Spilling the Tea on Real Estate. I am, of course, Lana Realtor Diva.
And I'm Victoria Garay. We are both Illinois licensed realtors with Exit Strategy Realty in Chicago.
Yes, so we are back for our second show. I know y'all are going to get tired. We're not going to do this like the third show, the fourth show. We're getting over it. It's just exciting to say we have made it a year and a show, two shows.
Yes, we get
And
excited.
um, we got a big announcement coming up. So if you want to find out, you need to be tuning in till the end. Okay? Don't break off with us. Just put your earbuds in at work. They aren't going to know. It's cool.
Okay, so you're going to make them wait to the end? I'm so surprised.
Mm, you never know. We might be halfway through. You got to watch, though.
Okay. Well, keep watching. I guarantee it's going to be worth the time.
Well, I guess because I'm excited that I might tell you guys early but there's no one watching yet. There's nobody here with us. So we might just give us a few. We're going to give you a few.
That's
So,
why I knew it was a reason. I was going to
yeah,
say, I knew it was a reason.
yeah.
I had a feeling you were going to spill it right away.
I'm not sure if people out there know we're on yet. So we need to let them know because clearly people should be flooding in to find out about what we're talking about today and the surprise.
True.
So, but we want to talk about right now that I don't like it that there's snow outside. And I feel like I give you guys the weather report every week because clearly I have post traumatic stress disorder over weather. Um, but spring market is on the horizon, even though we got some snow today.
Yes, hopefully the spring weather is going to follow that because, oh, I'm so over the cold and the snow. It's becoming to be a little too much.
Right. So, okay, guys, I guess I'm going to tell us, even though there's not a whole bunch of you on here with us today, I'm shocked. I wonder what's going on Friday today with everyone. I wonder if it's like Freaky Friday and no one wants to watch us or what's going on. But I will still be able to tell the news because I love to tell the surprise. We're having a celebration. We love celebration. And I feel like we finally can feel safe again out here having a little social distancing celebration. And we are going to be celebrating our 1 year. We people may not understand. We didn't start in January. We actually started in February. And we love that because it's Black History Month, and that's a great time. And we wished we could have the party in this month, but because we were trying to make sure people could enjoy themselves with everything that's going on, the party will actually be in March. We would like all of you guys to come. So there is a link, and the link is at the bottom of the screen, and that link will take you to the information, and you have the details first. It will, of course, be on our pages coming up, but just so you guys know, it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be nice to be mingling with a lot of the people that were on the show last year.
Yes, we are very excited. It's been a whole year, and it's just a good time for us to get together in person since we've been coming to you virtually all this time. So we want you to come connect with the past guests. There'll be some future guests. So we're really, really excited. And hopefully the weather will be a little bit better since we pushed it back a little bit for you.
Yeah, so um, I guess we're hearing that the interest rate is rising, right? And in the show today, we're going to have Don on. We hope. We saw him earlier. Um, we're wondering if he's having a little technical difficulties. So we kind of know what he was talking about today, but he will, of course, have better information. So we're hoping that he will come with us soon. But we can also maybe ask him about what's going on with that interest rate.
Yes, and Don is our special guest, as she said, and he's also the one who sponsored this show. So we just really want to thank him, and we do hope to see him on the show later. but we'll connect with him and find out, or I'm sure our producer will let us know. So yeah,
Right.
he's going to be talking, giving us some information on various things that are going on. Hopefully, he'll give us a little bit about the interest rate. And if you have any questions, just start posting them or send them to us, and we'll make sure to get them answered for you.
Yeah. So we are going to be talking with him today about veteran benefits. So that is super cool because um, we will be able to find out things that we don't normally know. I think there's like a lot of myths out there that are happening that we don't really know is the truth about veteran benefits. Like today, I kind of forgot that your taxes are paid, but it's not taxes for anybody who's a veteran ever. There has to be a certain amount of disability, um, and or ranking or whatever that then allows you to get no taxes. But some people don't even know they have that benefit. So if you guys know any veterans, please let us know and have them come watch the show. And um, so we are going to talk about the hot market report while we're waiting to see if Don is going to come. And so we are not discussing a property today. We are going to give you some personal insight into our own lives. Okay, my life is sometimes dramatic, but we won't go there. Um, so, for instance, I have been showing a lot of two flats lately, so I can tell you there's a high demand for those. And we do know what happens when it's high demand. It is um, like low supply, high demand means what? Prices go up. So two flats
Yeah.
are hard to find and they're more pricey right now. So you would want to find out if Don has some programs that can help with down payment because those are pricier places. And you would want to know too if you can avoid PMI, which will lower your payment a little bit, and that's property mortgage insurance. Um, so, Victoria, what are you seeing out there?
I have been showing mostly condos and not in one particular area. It seems like my clients are all throughout the city looking for condos with at least two bedrooms. So it's been interesting to see the differences, the vast differences depending on the type of building, the area. Some are looking in high rises, some aren't. So there's a vast difference in the association fees that are included with that. And my clients' expectations are vastly different too, depending on how much they're paying. So it's been very interesting to see what some people think is affordable or what people expect to be included. And it's one of those things that you really want to talk to your lender about. So you're going to contact Don. If you're looking for condos, make sure you let them know you're looking at condos because those monthly assessments will change your purchase price, will affect how much you qualify for in the loan. And sometimes people don't understand how pricey they can be, but sometimes they may have utilities included and things included that you would be paying in a different way. So it's just important to, with us, look at everything that's included, and then with the lender, just let them know that you're looking at condos, and they'll let you know about where you need to be with those monthly assessments.
Yeah. So also in those situations, you guys also don't want to forget that parking in those kind of situations can really raise your payment. So you may want to check, is parking in the payment or is it additional? Because parking can be an additional 30, 40, $50,000. And if you're not expecting that, that's going to increase your payment definitely. And the tip of the day is that less um, people are, or no, people don't realize that your payment only increases every 10,000. I just throwing that out there today. People think that that your payment's going to change $1 million, but you got to think it's over 30 years. So we just wanted to also mention that, and I'm getting a lot of calls on things that are going to be sold for investor. So if you guys are looking for type investment type properties, we got some coming. We had a war on one that we hope to be signing the contract today. So inventory is coming. If we have people selling for investors, because what does that mean? They'll fix it up and they'll have it for sale for you. So that will help the supply and demand thing that we got going on. And I could go on and on.
Yes, but let's take this time to invite our guest, Don Meadows, on the show, and then he can enlighten us with all of his knowledge in the mortgage world.
Yes.
Hi, Don.
Hi guys. How you doing this morning?
Good. Glad to see you. So, we are just here to ask you some questions about the veterans benefits. We were just talking a little bit about you were going to come on and tell us some of the benefits that we don't know about, which is to do with the that they can renovate, right?
That's correct. That is correct.
So I'll
It's
let you take it from here.
You want to start with the renovation? Okay.
Yes,
So
that's
there's
exciting.
2 points for a VA renovation, and a lot of people get confused. They think that they ask if you do VA rental loans similar to a 203k. That does exist, but VA does have two special programs for what they call landlords that own property that may be renting to a veteran, and it's called the Special Adapted Housing Program. You know, if you're looking to do services for a veteran, this grant can be used to construct adapted homes and or land for a veteran that allows it, and it's free money from the VA. That is not a loan.
Okay.
There's no dead time. There's no deadline to use it. It's known as the SAH grant, Special Adapted Housing.
Cool.
And as a veteran, you can apply for this. And the funds available for this program are $79,000.
Oh,
Free
wow,
money.
that's interesting. I haven't heard about
Wow.
that one. So the
Right.
veteran applies for it, and
The
then
veteran
they're
applies for the home. This will adapt the home if they need a ramp, if they need adjustable showers, they need the kitchen level so they can cook at it because instead of being 42 inches at the cabinet, they might get them down to 24 inches. Augment the sink, get special stoves, make the house functional for the veteran. And these funds are, can y'all say it with me, free.
Free is for me.
Free. Now, there's another program for landlords that are renting to veterans and they choose to do this on a long-term basis. They can do temporary resident adaptation. How that sounds, or special home adaptation. And essentially they're converting their home, widening the doors, making the bathrooms more accessible. And they can get $77,000, up to $77,000 to do this in their property for veterans.
okay.
Wow.
And
That's cool.
they don't have to be and this is the kicker, they don't have to be a veteran. If
Oh,
they're
okay. The
renting to a veteran or they have a family member that's a veteran that's going to be living with them, they can
Ah,
fix their house, they can build a ramp, they can update the bathroom. Now they will limit what you can do with this
mhm.
in reality will have for the homeowner or VA tenant that you're working with. And then we can get you these little pamphlets. I've got a bunch of them. I can get these from you. We get them from VA directly. It's a little VA pamphlet. Got the little
okay, cool.
got the little stuff on it. Because we meet with the VA rep because we have to because we're a lender to have those conversations about what it is for VA.
Right. And so you were, I know that they don't have to bring any money down. We know that. We
So
know that, right? Oh, go ahead.
no, so a VA loan is 100% financing, but there is
Right.
what's called a funding fee, and the funding
Oh,
fee
okay.
is 2.3% of the loan amount. For the first use. But if they want to buy another house as a veteran, sold that house, want to buy another one, the next use is 3.6%. Now,
Oh,
this is not a down payment; it's an actual fee that you pay VA so you can buy a home. We normally add it to the loan.
oh,
So
okay.
the veterans are, instead of paying 100% finance, they're paying 102.3% the first time. Now, if they put a down payment down, they can reduce the funding fee amount, but it kind of defeats the purpose. You can do it for free, 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 free. Don't put any money down. But if they put
Yeah.
5% down, the funding fee is 1.4%. They put 10% down, the funding fee is 0.65%. So that's if they
Okay.
want to do that versus paying a funding fee.
Okay. Then you mentioned the first time they use it, it's a one fee versus if they use it again. So
That's correct. It's 2.3% the first time
would they have to
of the
sell
total
that
loan amount.
property?
I'm sorry?
Would they have to sell that property before being able to use another VA loan?
No, not unless if they move 100 miles away, they can keep the other house.
Okay.
The same with FHA. You
Okay.
cannot
So,
have two FHA.
uh-oh, I think we lost him.
Looks like we lost him. We'll get him back on if he is able to reconnect. But he was saying the same as FHA. Oh, here we
Oh, here
go.
he comes.
Okay,
That was
disappeared
quick.
for a second. Okay.
That was quick.
Yeah, so
So,
you were saying they can have two houses at the same time?
yeah, they can, but they can't be within 100 miles of one another.
Ah, okay.
Same as FHA.
Okay.
Got it.
So, in addition to that, the VA allows for no down payment and very low credit scores, and they're very forgiving. So you can have a 580 credit score with VA and buy a 4 unit building.
That's
So,
amazing.
but to count the rental income, you're going to have to, since they don't have rental experience, they'll need a letter from a property management company stating they're going to manage the property for them for the first year.
Okay. Just for at least 1 year.
Unlike FHA, which will allow them to do it, VA wants to know that they have somebody with a little bit more experience that are going to be in there and help them with the property. Okay.
Okay.
And there is no limit to what VA will purchase up to $2 million. So if you found an $800,000 single family house, you could buy that home with VA. Because
Oh.
the way VA works, they're doing a guarantee. It's not the same as FHA and the mortgage insurance that you pay. The veterans are guaranteed a certain amount of recovery, the lenders are, if the veteran defaults.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you can buy more than one time with a VA loan.
More than one
Secondly,
time and up to 4 units is a lot.
up to four
And even
units.
on and even 4 units, is it still 100% financing?
It's still 100% financing.
That's
No
Okay.
great.
mortgage insurance,
No mortgage insurance. That's
but
what I
you
was going
will
to ask.
pay a funding fee, one
Okay.
Okay.
time funding fee
The one-time funding fee, but if they buy the second house 100 miles away, then it'd be the 3.6%
in the funding fee. That is correct.
funding fee. Okay.
Now,
And the funding fee isn't paid at the time, it's paid in the loan.
well, you can add it to the loan itself. So you got a $300,000 loan. You're going to add the funding fee of 2.3%. So now you're paying
Okay.
$6,900 in a funding fee. So the true
Wow.
financing amount is 306,900.
This is very insightful. I think we're serious today. I'm usually not the serious one on the show, but I'm thinking my head is taking
now,
all of this in.
now,
Right.
deceased veterans, the spouse qualify for their VA benefit. Their children do not.
The children do not.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, but the spouse does.
Oh, okay. That's the
Okay.
question I've gotten before about the
So
children.
there's some survivor benefits for it, but that's only for the spouse. Um,
And it's the same type of deal, the same 100%
so
financing.
everything's the same for the spouse.
Okay.
Everything's the same. And to get started, first, a veteran wants to get started, they need to know where they are. I suggest that any veteran is looking to purchase, some of them have different levels and degrees of disability. If they're 70% disabled or greater in the state of Illinois, they will not pay property tax. If they're below 70, if they're 50%, they get a $5,000, well, equivalent to $5,000 assessment adjustment in their taxes. If they're below 50%, they got a $2,500 adjustment in their property taxes. So it all depends on where they are and how much disability that they receive.
Okay.
Now, the disability claim does not mean they get a disability check. It's just the VA qualifies them as a certain amount of disabled.
Got
A
it.
lot of
Okay.
veterans do not know that.
Right.
So it's the easiest loan to do. A lot of folks are afraid of it, and it's not that hard. Veterans deserve a home, and we're able to do things with VA loans that we cannot normally do. We don't count student loan debts against veterans,
Ooh.
unlike FHN. If they're
Well,
deferred
that's
for 12
great.
months, we don't count them.
That
That's
is
it.
great.
I mean, they could have collections, charge offs, judgments. We will still give a veteran a home,
Oh, great.
just require them to get some first time home buying counseling, understand what they can pay. And we need them to be realistic about it. But we will do a 580 credit score for a veteran, as long as they're going to occupy the property. And we can do from a single family to a 4 unit. Condos and townhomes as well, but there's not a lot of VA approved condominiums.
That's exactly right.
So,
Very hard.
so that's the quick, you know, 5 miles up view of veterans. 100% financing, no mortgage insurance, 1 to 4 units. They can get repairs done to the property outside of the loan and after the loan at no cost from the VA to augment the properties. There's a funding fee of 2.3%. They can reuse the product and program. The spouses, the widows of a veteran can use the program as well, even after they've used it.
Wow,
So
that's
That's
a lot
so
of
great, and that's a
information.
lot. Yeah, that's
I'm
a
like,
lot. I'm like
I just
thinking,
want
and
to
I'm slow
that's why I kind of
today.
bullet pointed to keep it to the essentials because and veteran student loans we don't worry about. As long as they're deferred for 12 months, we don't have to pay. We don't have to count it towards their debt. Unlike a lot of other programs, you have to go get the income based repayment plan for Fannie
mhm.
Mae. FHA's 0.5%, Freddie Mac's 0.5%. Veterans is simple: 12-month deferment, no payment.
Okay, so this was so great, and we could stay here all day, but we all got to go back to work. I know Don's got big things to do today, I'm sure. So we will get you. Don's information is running around along the bottom. You can always contact him at his email address or contact one of us, and we know how to reach him direct. So thank you so much, and we will talk to you soon, and we will bring some veteran bias.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Bye.
Bye. Woo,
Whew.
that was good. My brain is a little hurting.
I know we always hear just about the 100% financing, so we don't hear those additional benefits. So that was great to know and get more information about.
Yes, yes. And guys, we're going to be going lickety split now because we ran a little over, but it was important for us to get that information. It's probably a little more important than the tea today, but we will go through the tea because we still got it for you. Um, but that was so insightful. Just remember that me and Victoria are always available. And if you're watching this a second time, or if you're confused, or you read something, we can get you that pamphlet that he was talking about, and we can also help you navigate the situation. Um, One thing we didn't ask is how they get started. I don't know the number of the form, but we will find out for you and ask him to let us know, and we'll put it in the notes below. Um, so, our tea today is very interesting because it's like right here in Chicago tea, right?
Yes, it's like we brought you tea from all across the US, it seems, but to have some like hometown Chicago tea. I mean, sometimes you don't want tea that close to home because it's always some nonsense, but it makes it a
Yeah.
little more interesting when you know the areas and you know like the type of places it's happening.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the tea we want, but it is exciting because has anybody been watching on Netflix? My favorite, I want to watch it again. Inventing Anna. Like you either gotta love or hate Anna. You gotta love her or you might hate her, but
Or
you
both at
love
the
the
same
show.
time. Like sometimes you
Yeah.
hate and love her at the same time.
And
Yeah.
then sometimes you want to be her. Did you want to be her? I wanted to be her when she was on the boat and like stole the boat for like 20 days and wherever and in Mediterranean and living off the fat of the hotel. But if you haven't watched, we're not going to ruin it for y'all. Okay. But this story is very similar right here in our Chicago con artist town we got here. Okay. So, I don't know where we want to even get started, but this is like located right here. The last place this woman was, because she's in the clinker right now. She's in the, I don't know, Cook County or somewhere, waiting for her $1,500 bond. Y'all, I know we're just telling you the beginning because it's like I'm not even getting to the meat and potatoes. But just listen to this: the 1,500 bond, she can't even get out. The woman has stole over. What was that number, Victoria? Like 255
It's well over
739.
200,000. It's well over
Yes,
200,000, and she's been scamming for over 20 years. So how do you not have $1,500 to get yourself out of jail? I
she
don't
should have
understand.
learned how to write checks like Anna. I swear. Because $1,500, I almost want to give it to the girl, the $1,500, and you've been doing over 200,000 from poor little people like pregnant girls and people who bought these beautiful homes in Lincoln Park. She took over a Lincoln Park home. This is the last place that she was and has been living there. The payment for the home was $9,000 a month. And she got in at posing as a official, I think, like
Like some
a
big, yeah,
state
some like
official.
exactly, and said she was making almost $300,000 a year. And so somehow she was doing this well enough, I guess, that she was passing their checks, passing like any background checks, I guess, because she was actually leasing these beautiful places, very expensive places. And as soon as she moved in, she would just not pay rent. Like she just never paid
Right. And one of the things they found in this house was a check making machine. And she's been making the same check with the same number for 20 years. How's she been getting away with this? Then this one makes me mad though, because you know I'm a social worker first. This one makes me mad. She took money from a pregnant teen, $30,000. The girl thought she was going to be in a program to get a beautiful house for her and her child. She convinced a friend to get in the program because she felt so excited about it. And so this woman took money from children,
them. Yeah.
teenagers, parents. Terrible. And then this lady getting back in her house in Lincoln Park, right? She's like, I just want to see my house. And then the lady didn't even treat the house nice.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate when you think about it because there are people who are, hurt by this, who lost their life savings or who've had damage to their properties, who've lost income from these properties. It's so unfortunate. But the woman was so ridiculous. So we mentioned that she was posing as like a city official. She had pictures, so she hired actors
Right.
and photographers, and she was like had pictures of her like in a celebratory installation or something that she was posting. So people actually believed her. No one would think that you would hire actors and photographers to keep your story going. So if you looked her up, you would see this information about her. You would see these, actual photos of her. I believe there was like a judge, like a hired judge actor who was like
Swearing her in.
who swore, yeah,
And
it
she
was.
didn't pay those people because they were actors and it was like 55 of them, right? She had
Oh,
like 55 actors or
she
something.
didn't pay them either. I
And she didn't pay
forgot.
them either, unless she paid them with her same check number 739 for everybody from Bank of America.
Yes, the more you look into the story, the more ridiculous it gets. And I read it multiple times, and every time I read it, I saw more like nonsense that she was doing that I didn't see before. It's so much. So we just want to make sure everyone is aware that these things unfortunately do happen. So we want you to be very cautious out there when you are purchasing or renting or just dealing with anyone when it's like a lot of, your financials involved or any of your personal information. Unfortunately, we do joke, we're joking about it, but unfortunately it does happen and we just want to make sure that you protect yourself as best as you can and contact professionals in that field, whether it's a real estate agent, whether it's someone, who does your finances and banking. You just want to make sure that you always kind of get someone who you know for sure is in that field um, to guide you along the way.
Yeah, and I know that there are some people, some landlords that say they will take um, a credit report from somebody, um, so they don't have to charge them money, which is nice. But just so you know, people, it's very easy to make credit reports these days. So I'm sure she was probably making her 780 credit score on paper. Um, I doubt that she could get away. She could not make Experian give her 780. So someone didn't check something. Something had to have happened. But how she got away with this at every location for
For
20
20 years.
years, quite crazy.
Yeah.
So yes, it'd be great if you guys would call us to help, um, and just kind of alleviate the. We can find sometimes we can notice BS. Let's just say it like that. But
Yes.
she might have been super good. I don't know. Like inventing Anna was pretty good. I might have fell for it. I don't know.
I know.
Right.
Oh God. Okay,
But
well,
it's come
uh,
to an end.
yes, it's time for us to go already. So until next time.
But wait, just make
Wait, wait. Victoria, where is everyone going? Is everyone leaving?
Yes, Lana. The show's over.
But wait, I have more to say. Is my mic still on? Can they hear me? What if they have more questions?
Well, they can always contact us.
How? How will they reach us after this show?
If you have any questions, our contact information is on the screen. Otherwise, we'll see you again in a couple weeks.